Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into the weeds on a piece of SEO tech that's making some, well, pretty bold claims. We're talking about an AI agent promising insane rankings.
That's the one. We're looking at the link building AI agent, also known as promopilot. And look, for anyone trying to get noticed online, this is relevant because the sources we reviewed are clear backlinks. They're still the main ranking factor for Google.
Yeah, the sources really hammer this point home. You could have the best website, super fast, perfectly optimized, but without links pointing to it. Forget about significant organic traffic. It's beyond reach, as they put it.
So this AI agent, it's positioned as the solution, using neural networks, apparently, to tackle that core traffic problem.
So our mission today is to unpack that. What are these neural networks actually doing? How does it work with the supposed manual link building side? And crucially, what's the deal with this specific tiered strategy they use? We want you, the listener, to really get the mechanics.
Okay, so let's start right there with the tech claim. Because AI building links, that immediately raises some flags, right? Sounds potentially spammy.
Definitely. So what's the service actually claiming the AI does?
Well, the pitch is that these neural networks work with an advanced link building strategy. The result, they say, is backlinks that are just, much higher quality than competitors can offer.
Okay, but practically speaking, what does that mean day to day?
In practice, it looks like the core process is about creating very specific, highly relevant WEB 2.0 links. Think platforms like high-authority blog sites, profile pages, that kind of thing. And these links are aimed directly at your main landing pages.
Right, so the AI isn't like writing thousands of spammy blog comments itself. It sounds more like it's managing the where and the what, the placement and the topic relevance of these specific Web 2.0 links.
Exactly. And they're very keen to stress the human element, too. They state clearly, never use black hat techniques. It's supposedly based on a manual approach, real connections, just managed by this neural agent.
Okay, the manual angle helps. But can they actually prove the quality they're promising? Do they have evidence?
They lean heavily on customer testimonials for that. We saw one from Ashish Verma. Says he works with over 25 clients using this service, and he praises the high quality, the communication, getting amazing results, he says.
That suggests it holds up, at least for agency-level demand. What about actual growth metrics, though, like rankings, traffic?
Yeah, there's another one, Kaik Good, reported seeing really good growth, specifically in keywords showing high consumer intent. And he explicitly credits promopilot with getting those quality backlinks that push them right to the top of Google search results. And one more, Zenho Lim, was even more blunt, called it the most professional, best link building service they'd used, and apparently they tried dozens. So the promise seems to be this blend, AI for scale and management, but humans curating the actual quality.
That distinction is really important, I think. AI managing scale, humans ensuring initial quality, makes sense. But for you listening, the really interesting part, the secret sauce, if you like, is how they achieve that scale. And that comes down to this proprietary method they call the 5-year 5,000 link Cascade strategy.
Right, this is the engine. It's a tiered structure, almost like a pyramid, really, designed to build and amplify authority, apparently quite quickly.
Okay, let's walk through it. Tier 1, the 5. This sounds like the starting point, the foundation, just 5 links.
5 direct, high-quality links, yeah, pointed right at your target site from established Web 2.0 platforms.
And high quality here means?
They're specific about that. They target platforms with high DR or UR, that's domain rating, URL rating, those third-party scores trying to measure site authority, link power. Right. And crucially, these aren't automated placements, according to the source. It's manual placement and moderation. They use unique content that fits the theme, sometimes even segmented by region. The idea is these 5 initial links have to be absolutely solid. The whole pyramid rests on them.
Hold on, though. 5 links. Yeah. Building this huge structure on just 5 foundational points. That sounds, I don't know, a bit risky. Like, what if one of those platforms changes its policy or shuts down? Doesn't that put the whole thing in jeopardy?
That's a really good point, and it's exactly what Tier 2 is designed to address. Tier 2 is the 50. Think of it as reinforcement. The whole goal here is to boost the power, the link equity, flowing from those first 5 links.
How? More links back to the main site?
No, not directly. They create 50 new thematic articles. But here's the key. These 50 articles link back to the Tier 1 link, so it's 10 support articles for each of those initial 5.
Ah, okay. So it's not just piling on more links randomly. It's building relevance around those first 5 anchors, like thematic clustering.
Exactly that, thematic clustering. The sources claim this creates significant URDR amplification. It builds this kind of topical neighborhood around the Tier 1 links, which looks, very natural and authoritative to Google.
Makes sense.
And they also say this is where the built-in spam protection happens, making those initial 5 links much more stable and powerful than they would be on their own. It sort of validates them.
Okay, solid foundation, thematic reinforcement, and then we get to the really big numbers. Tier 3, the 5,000. This involves generating 5,000 crowd signals. What are those exactly?
Yeah, the math they show is 5 Tier 1 links times 10 supporting articles each for Tier 2 equals 50 articles. Then each of those 50 articles gets boosted by 100 crowd signals, 50 times 100, 5,000 signals.
And what are crowd signals in this context?
Yeah.
Social shares? Comments? Forum posts?
It's a bit vague in the source material, honestly. They mention social signals and live discussions, but the stated purpose is really interesting. It pivots dramatically from the curated stuff in Tier 1 and 2. Tier 3 is all about accelerated search engine indexing.
So it's basically noise to get Google's attention.
Kind of, yeah. It's massive automated distribution. The idea is to create enough activity, enough signals pointing towards the Tier 2 articles, which point to the Tier 1 links, which point to your site, that search engines are essentially forced to crawl and index everything much, much faster. It's the final layer, designed for speed and widespread signal distribution.
Okay, so we've got the mechanics of the Cascade down. Let's shift gears a bit. If you're a potential customer, maybe a marketing manager, you're thinking, right, how much does this cost? How fast does it actually work? What are the deliverables?
Good questions. Moving to the practical side, they keep hitting the safety and speed angles hard. They talk about a structured and proven method, emphasize the high-quality manual work, mentioning they use over 100 high DR platforms overall.
And safety, given the scale of Tier 3.
They explicitly guarantee multi-layered spam protection is built into the whole Cascade. The promise is a 100% safe, natural-looking profile, despite the volume.
Okay, now that timeline you mentioned earlier, 2-3 months for real authority growth. That feels incredibly quick. Usually you hear 6 months, 9 months, even a year for deep link building to really show results. How do they justify that speed?
Yeah, it is aggressive. The source material attributes that speed entirely to the Cascade's efficiency, specifically Tier 3, that accelerated indexing piece.
Ah, the 5,000 signals again.
Exactly. By generating that huge volume of signals, they're not just passively waiting for Google to find the links. They're actively pushing the search engines to find and index them fast. That's how they claim to achieve tangible DR and UR growth in just 2 to 3 months.
And for agencies or busy managers, how much work is involved on their end?
That's another selling point, effortless management. The pitch is you just give them your target URL, your chosen anchor text for the Tier 1 links, and that's it. The system handles the whole 5,000 cascade.
A set it and forget it system.
Pretty much. And they actually have a testimonial from Vibe Clothing Co. that confirms that exact phrase, set it and forget it.
Right, but you still need to see what's happening, presumably.
Oh yeah, transparency is key, they say. You get a live results dashboard, plus detailed campaign reports showing every link created, especially those crucial Tier 1 placements, so you know what you paid for.
Okay, now let's talk money. Because the business model itself seems like a core part of their marketing strategy. It's quite different.
It really is. They're making a big deal out of killing the subscription trap. That's their hook.
Which hits directly at the standard SEO agency or SaaS model, right?
Yeah.
The monthly retainer.
Exactly. They promise no monthly fees. And maybe even more appealing for some budgets. The credits you buy never expire. You only pay for the specific link building cascade you order. It turns SEO from an ongoing operational expense into more of a project-based investment.
Smart positioning.
Yeah.
So how does the pricing actually work then? What are the tiers?
Okay, there's a starter plan. That's $0 a year. It gets you analysis of your site, and this is clever, a $30 bonus credit just for signing up.
No credit card needed for that.
Nope, no card required according to the source. And they explicitly say that $30 bonus is enough to promote one company using their basic Web 2.0 Cascade. So it's a completely risk-free way to try it out.
A strong incentive to get people in the door. What's the next level up?
That's the promopilot Cascade plan. It's $30 per year. This is the one that unlocks the full 5,000 strategy we've been talking about, the advanced spam protection, the crowd marketing support, all of it.
And the cost of the actual Cascade itself is on top of that 30-year fee, paid with credits.
Correct. The 30-year is like the platform access fee. Then you buy credits for the actual link building projects as needed. And finally, there's an agency tier for high-volume users. You have to contact them for pricing, but they mention special offers if you deposit $1,200 or more at once.
So it's clearly geared towards encouraging bulk, project-based work rather than that drip-feed monthly retainer model.
Precisely. It's a structure designed to feel less like a subscription trap and more like buying a specific defined service when you need it.
Okay, so let's try and pull all this together. If we synthesize what we've learned from the sources, we're looking at a system that's really defined by this mix, this blend of automation and human touch.
Right. The neural agent, the AI, seems to be the orchestrator. It manages the complexity, the scale, the distribution, especially in tiers 2 and 3. But those crucial tier 1 links, the 5 foundational ones, those are supposedly manually chosen, manually placed on high DR platforms.
So it's not AI generating all the links, it's more like an AI-powered amplification system.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. An orchestration tool. It takes a small set of manually vetted, high-quality links and then uses this cascading structure, first quality, then thematic depth, then this massive signal distribution to try and build authority fast within that claimed 2 or 3 month window.
Which brings us right back to that interesting tension we identified earlier. You start with 5 carefully curated manual links in Tier 1.
And you end with this huge automated blast of 5,000 crowd signals in Tier 3.
And the explicit purpose of Tier 3 is rapid indexing and social proofs, essentially using volume to force recognition.
Yeah, that reliance on sheer volume purely for speed and indexing, it does create a kind of paradox, doesn't it?
It really does. So here's a thought to leave you with. Given that the sources themselves emphasize this massive automated distribution, 5,000 signals, as a necessary step to get links noticed quickly by modern search engines, how does that necessity, the requirement for such large-scale automation, challenge or maybe even redefine what we consider a truly natural and organic link profile today?
When speed seems to demand automation on that scale, what does natural even mean anymore in SEO?
Exactly. Something to definitely mull over next time you come across services promising rapid results through complex link structures.
A great point to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.